at the, at the recording level, waves broadcast waves. That's what I deliver. Because they're going to play. Certainly over the last 5 years, there was a debate about whether DSD, was the archive format of the future, or even today. But myself, I don't think that's still an argument. I think DSD is failed with Sony's abandonment of it. So I think we're stuck with PCM WAV files for the foreseeable future.
So what platform do you work in?
As a Mac or PC?
Yeah.
Yeah, all Mac.
And what app?
Generally, I run Logic.
Interesting. So what do you record to? What media do you record to?
Well, it really depends on the size of the archive. 90% of my clients are just the individual band trying to pull up their high school memories and want to remix. So generally, I'm shipping them off a DVD. Would be the first choice for the single reel, or a couple of reels of stuff that'll fit on there. As soon as you have to move past 4 or 5 DVDs, then usually I'm just recommending they pick up a hard drive so that they can do it. But this isn't long-term commercial prospect stuff. So then you move past that and you move to the actual archives. And those I'm generally delivering on a small RAID 5 plus spare, so that they've got a chance to have a drive fail and not lose everything, and then have another drive fail and not lose everything. And ideally you give them a little training, look for the red lights. If there's red lights, you're in real trouble. So that tends to be the extent of it. I haven't, moved past a RAID 5 plus spare as a means of delivering yet. Nobody wants tape. LTO is great, but that's like an enterprise level solution. It's not for even my biggest archives that I've done. Still just want it right there in front of them to work on. That's their first demand, is they need to be able to access it without loading it back in off a tape. So, and then I send them off with a little caveat. By the way, every 5 years you should copy this to something else, or find some offsite data storage.
Do you talk to them about exercising the drive on a regular basis?
Well, they're always on, I hope. I mean, in a way, they're working on them. These people aren't copying stuff over. I don't know of anybody who's coming to me who's copying things over to just put again in the closet. There's some immediate reason why they need to use this, and they need immediate access to it.
But 5 years down the road, how do they know that once they turn that RAID off, it's going to spin up again? Do you advise them? Do you give them the caveat that?
Absolutely. We pass on the caveat that they have to. This has to be in a couple of different formats. If I'm delivering it to you right now in this format, you should be arranging for some offsite data storage, if that's all you're going to do when you get it. I'm talking the 2-3 terabyte range archive, and it can go up to 15 or so. It's about as big as I've done. Mm-hmm. So get that offsite, but you can't put it to a bunch of hard drives. You can't put it to optical disk. You'd grow old doing all that stuff at that size.
We had a question.
You grow old anyway.
Do you keep a client archive of your work?
Or
what the work you've done for them?
I keep it as long as I can hold on to it. I can't keep an archive of everything everybody's doing through my studio. I have a nightly backup with backup PC, backups, everything up to RAID 5 plus spare. And then, we cycle those drives out, and after a year or so, I can put them back in, and it's mostly to address if there's any issue with the transfer, if there's any questions that I have to answer for them while they're working on it. But I don't provide long-term archival solutions, although we've just added some more space, and we're eventually going to be adding not just like physical media storage, but he's not my partner, but he's my IT guy at the studio. He's really all over trying to provide data backup services for people. So I think we're going to go there in the future. But right now, I'm really the practical, go-to guy. I've got this tape. I don't know what it is. Can you play it? I'm going to just send it to me.